Hello students, today's topic is representation of geographical features. So now geographical features of the earth are studied with the help of maps, in which very important are topographical survey maps, which are also called topo sheets. These are large scale maps. What is a large scale map? A large scale map shows a smaller area in greater space and greater detail. So it is a large scale map based on the accurate survey of the land. In India, these maps were prepared by Survey of India Department. Sir George Everest was the most famous Surveyor General of India, after whose name Mount Everest has been named. Now these topographical maps gave a lot of information about the natural as well as the man-made features, physical features of the land. Natural such as hills, rivers, plateaus, mountains, etc. And man-made may include settlements, bridges, roads, railways, etc. Now they hold much importance. They have a wide application. First of all, they are used for military purposes, then also used by students for the purpose of study, regional study of a given area, then also quite useful for town planners, engineers, surveyors, geologists, navigators, etc. Now, various signs and symbols, conventional signs and symbols, and colors are used in topographical maps to depict various features. And these signs and symbols and colors are universally accepted. Now, how to interpret the colors on a topo sheet? See, first of all, the yellow color. Yellow color in topo sheet means cultivable land, also plateaus, deserts, plains. Green color shows forested area and lowlands. Blue color shows perennial lined wells or streams, canals, etc. Brown color shows contours. What are contours? These are imaginary lines joining places having equal elevation above the sea level. So they are used to show contours or mountains, hills, etc. Lastly, we have red color to show permanent huts, settlements, towns and cities. So we'll see them in the topo sheet once again here. Now, this is the topo sheet. You can see yellow color, a large area under yellow color, meaning it has a large area under cultivable land. It can also mean deserts, plateaus, etc. Next is we have green color. This green patch you see, this shows the forested land or lowlands. Then we have blue color. Here we have a blue color which shows it has water in it. It is perennial pond. Or some other blue patches you may see showing perennial lined wells. Or a thin line in blue showing a perennial stream. Next we have brown color. For brown color, we see another topo sheet. This part, if you can see, here contours are shown in brown color. Okay, showing imaginary lines showing places having equal elevation above sea level. Then we have red color to show permanent huts, settlements. Alright, so I hope it's clear now. Next, we'll go to scale. Scale is an important component of map. Now what is scale? It gives you the relation between map distance and ground distance. The distance between two places on the map to the corresponding distance between those two places on the ground. It can also said to be the ratio between map distance to ground distance. Now, maps may be large scale or small scale. We'll see what is the difference between large scale and small scale maps. First of all, large scale maps, they show a small area in greater detail and space, whereas small scale maps, they show a large area in less space and details. Examples of large scale maps are topographical maps. Small scale maps, examples are wall maps or atlas maps. Again here in large scale maps, details of cities, villages, towns are given, whereas in small scale, continents, countries, mountains, plateaus, such features are shown. Scales. About the scale, in large scale maps, for example, the scale may be 1 centimeter is to 50 meters or 1 kilometers, whereas in small scale it may be 1 centimeter to 100 centimeters as examples. Now, the types of scales. Now, there are 3 types of scales. First is verbal scale or statement. Second, RF, which stands for representative fraction. And thirdly, we have linear or graphical scale. Now, what are they? First of all, statement or a verbal scale is nothing but a scale which is told in words. Like for example, 1 centimeter equals to 1 kilometer or 50 kilometers. It is not used much because it is not accurate. Why is it not accurate? Because if a certain map is enlarged or reduced, it will not give the correct measurements. Next we have RF, which stands for representative fraction. Now this type of scale, it gives a numerical fraction or ratio, okay, between map distance to ground distance, okay, or a fraction or a ratio, map distance to ground distance. In this, as an example, we have taken 1 is to 25,000. It means 1 centimeter on the map equals to 25,000 centimeters on the ground. Since it is a ratio, it can be converted to any other unit, and that is why it is universally accepted, and it is more accurate than a verbal scale. Next is we have linear or graphical scale. Linear and graphical scale, it is actually it takes the statement verbal scale and draws it in such a way that it accurately measures distances on the map. For example, if we take a statement 2 centimeter equal to 1 kilometers, that means 2 centimeter on the ground, on the map, equals to 1 kilometer on the ground. So it is drawn in such a way. See, we have this statement here, 2 centimeter equals to 1 kilometers. So on a scale it is measured like 2 centimeters each. Divisions are made on this scale, and this 1 unit, 2 unit, that means 2 centimeters equals to 1 kilometers. Towards the right, markings are done as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here to the left, this 1 unit is divided further into 10 more divisions. Okay, and each division here equals to 100 meters. So 10 divisions into 100 meters, it gives you 1000 meters, since 1 kilometers has 1000 meters. Alright, I hope it's clear now. So this verbal scale statement is drawn in such a way that it measures the distances on the map accurately. Next is we have measuring distances on the map. In this mainly we'll discuss measuring distance in a straight line, or as the crow flies. As the crow flies, it refers simply to the shortest distance between two places. Shortest distance, simply as you do in mathematics, you take a divider and put its two legs on the 2 points, the 2 places which you are going to measure, and then measuring it on a scale to give you the exact distance. So that was all about this representation of geographical features. We have seen what is topographical map, its importance, then uses of colors and different types of scales. And lastly, we learned how to measure distance on a map. The method as the crow flies. So that was all for today.